Ciao, I'm Jenny. Thanks for watching Doing Life with Jenny. Today I'm telling you more reasons why I am leaving the teaching profession and moving to Mexico in a couple of years. I have my notes here and I'm like, why did I write salad as a reason for moving? It doesn't say salad. I wrote it in Spanish. It says salud, which means health. And that's one of the biggest contributing factors in making this move. My health is not great. I'm not dying or anything that I know of, but I do have some health issues going on. It's starting to make it unbearable to teach consistently and put everything into it that the kids deserve. I think I have fibromyalgia. I've been working with a doctor, running tests to eliminate other things that it could be. And so far we're still heading in the direction of thinking fibromyalgia. I go to the doctor again at the end of May to follow up. But basically, almost every day I am in pain, especially my hands. Without even doing anything, they just hurt to hold them here. So trying to hold a marker or write kids' feedback on their work is just a lot. Not only in the hands, but also throughout the shoulders. Mostly the shoulders, sometimes the back is just so stiff. Imagine that you haven't gone to the gym in years and you finally went back yesterday and you lifted some weights. You know that really tight, stiff feeling and it's sore? I'm like that almost every day. So it's just hard to be your best self when you're in pain. Besides that, I have a headache pretty much nonstop. Some days less so than others, but maybe this past two school years, they've become migraines where I can't even turn on the lights in my classroom. We sit there in the dark with a lamp on. Between the lamp and the projector being on, then we can see, or I turn on half of the lights if we don't need the projector on, but it's unbearable if I have to turn all of the lights on in my classroom. I also suffer from extreme fatigue. It doesn't matter how long I sleep, it doesn't matter how well I slept, I am just tired non-stop, yawning all of the time during the middle of the lesson while someone is talking to me, telling me something important. I probably come off as so rude, but I just can't help it. I also have a lot of dietary restrictions. I'll just tell you I am fructose and fructan intolerant. You can research it, but basically you need a biochem degree to understand it. I don't understand it. But I have to be very careful with what I eat. If I eat something I should not have, my stomach is extremely sensitive to it and I just feel sluggish and just blah feeling. And with me having to work so hard and side hustles and whatnot, it makes it difficult to come home and make a meal that I can eat that won't bother me. So I resort to quick meals sometimes that I know there are ingredients in there that I can't have, and sometimes I just eat a little too much of it because I need to get out the door and on to the next thing. And then it just it becomes a vicious cycle where I just feel more tired and more sluggish. And then because I feel more tired and more sluggish, I'm less likely to make a meal that I can have, so I eat more stuff I can't have, and it just, I can't do it anymore. Another reason is fear of school shootings or shootings in general. It has gotten out of hand, and it's very obvious that the politicians aren't going to do anything to try to prevent this going forward because they have proven time and time again, each time this happens, that they're not going to try to change any policies. So I do worry, what is going on with this kid at home or in his personal life that maybe if I give him a 0, that's just putting him or her over the edge, or they have all of this stuff we don't know about going on at home, and then I take his cell phone away in class. Is that going to set somebody off? Every time I have to have a negative encounter with a student, I do have that in the back of my head, what might happen. Or just going to church or going to the mall, there are shootings everywhere. I remember a time, actually it was maybe a year ago, there was this guy that came to church. It was his first time there. He was honestly kind of rough looking, and in the middle of service, He just got up and starts walking towards the stage out of nowhere. And I was sitting with my niece and nephews, and I was literally ready to like protect them or dart out the door with them, because something just fell off. Luckily nothing happened, but like I just had that sick in my stomach feeling like, okay, let's get the hymnals and throw them, or what am I going to do to get my niece and nephews out of here? I'm just not like horribly on alert at all times, but it tends to be in the back of my mind. It's not like I'm just dwelling on this like every time I go to church or to the mall or whatnot, but once in a while it does cross my mind, and definitely I would say I'm just on alert, aware of my surroundings, just in case. I know there are shootings that happen in Mexico too. I would say not to the extent here, and generally speaking, the ones in the US are like random. And in Mexico, it's more like criminals amongst themselves. Not always, but for the most part. And the last part for today, there will be more points in the future once I have stopped teaching, but you Karens are making it unbearable for everybody to work in this country. Okay, this is not just for teachers, this is every profession. If you have to work with other people, these Karens are just making it so unbearable, like you just don't know if you can go another day. This might be patients at a doctor's office. This could be parents talking to their school's teacher. This could be a lady checking out at Walmart. It could be a lady shopping for clothes at Kohl's. And they are just so rude that you just want to walk out the door and not come back. Are the Karens the majority of the people in the US? No, they are quite the minority. 97% of the time you have great or neutral encounters with those that you come across. But those 3% that are Karens are so horrible that it like cancels out all of the good that you have seen throughout the day or the week. Okay? I'm not just talking about somebody that doesn't say thank you, or obviously they're not feeling well so they're just a little quiet or not extra polite. I'm talking flat out rude. For example, when I was working at JCPenney, it was Christmas Eve. Okay, you know all year that Christmas is coming again on the 25th. It happens every December 25th. But she comes in Christmas Eve, 5 minutes before the store is closing, like so mad that she can't do her Christmas shopping. Like, lady, you've known since you were probably 5 and understood this concept of time. So it wasn't that she was just mad and like, ugh, what am I going to do? Like, she was yelling the F word across the store, yelling at us like it's our fault that she can't get her shopping done and that she's going to do her shopping and we're going to wait, throwing this whole tantrum, something I would expect from a 2-year-old. And you guys know, like, I know whatever profession you have dealt with these people, and it is unbearable. Everyone's jobs are difficult to begin with, like all for different reasons. They're stressful in different ways, either mentally or physically, somehow. If everyone could just be kind, it would make a huge difference. So those are all the points I have for today. Please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you can continue following me on my journey from moving to the US to Mexico. Adios.